Thank you very much. My name is Gérald Chambon. I'm the CTO and founder of AlpSense Technology. And we talk about deep fryers and gamification. AlpSense is a Swiss private company founded in Lausanne in 2003, and it's a spin-off of the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology, EPFL. And now we join the group Röger. The purpose of my company is to develop innovative technologies for food safety and quick service restaurant and restaurant application. For Röger, this company developed thermal and pressure sensor and in food industry with more than 1 million units manufactured at Cuissier per year, but they are very strong also in oil and gas industry. So AlpSense became a leading manufacturer in innovative products to ensure health, safety, and saving of food oil, energy, and human costs in catering, QSR, and food processing industry. So we developed different products. The first is for catering, called ClearFry. It's a system that we can put in deep fryers for casual restaurants. But we also develop a system, very accurate system for food processing industry and also for fast food industry, QSR. This is an example of catering market. So we can put system into deep fryers. You can see in green. We can put in there for retrofit or OEM. We also develop specific products for the food process industry. So this market is really different because they are still deep fryers, but the deep fryers are more than 100 meters long, and they use tons and tons of oils and products, essentially for snack industry and French fries or something like that. We developed for the worldwide leader in quick service restaurant, Henny Penny, systems that you can see there. This sensor that can be included into this deep fryer. This is an example. So we signed also with McDonald's 4 months ago. But we also developed this kind of application for other deep fryer manufacturer and also fast food industry, notably in the US domestic market, like Wendy's or chicken fillet. What we measure, because it will be important after to show you what kind of gamification we use for our new deep fryer. So we measure TPM. TPM are total polar materials or total polar compounds. They are molecules formed through hydrolysis, oxidation, and polymerization reaction with polarity. So we have more than 400 products due by the chemical reaction of the degradation of the oil. But we can talk about it, why we choose this compound and not other one. We can call about ethics and also ethics and also money. But finally, we decide to choose this one because it's widely used and well accepted in the industry. So we have an extensive and unique know-how in food oil sensing. We did so many researches with the help of McDonald's Switzerland with different products and just find the best solution to measure the quality of the degradation of oil. So what we'll talk about today, it's about deep fryers. So we are developing a new kind of deep fryer that will be the first smart deep fryer designed as a production unit with a revolutionary operating system, including an automatic food safety unit, energy, and food oil management. The question is why, okay, we have deep fryers and why can we use gamification? In fact, we thought and defined that it will be a great instrument to motivate final users to optimize savings, food management, energy with turn on and off guideline, to reduce food safety risk, and to reduce the carbon footprint. This is a good example where is the target and when we can achieve it with also the gamification. So the main problem today in the restoration is you have a question is you have to change the oil, but when? So the regulations say you have to change the oil like 27% of total polar or TPM. But the problem is people are not well educated, of course, and also they have to define if they have to change the oil or not. So you have different handle systems, but when you have 20% in your handle system, you have to decide if you change the oil or not. So you know that you have to change at 25%, but 20% is for people, some people, too close for 25, and for other people it's far. The problem is if you go after the 25%, you will have a regulation issue and a food safety issue. So people decide, mainly in Switzerland, they decide to change oil before. But maybe between 20% and 25%, you will have 3 days, then you can use oil without any problem, any risk, food safety risk. So our target with the food safety, with our deep fryer, our sensors, and with the gamification is to help people to achieve and to go to the oil quality target. For this, we develop, well, I can show you some different area for the gamification. The first one is a safety zone. So you have no food oil safety issues, but it will be an oil cost zone. So the target is between 25 and 27%, because 27% is the limit of the regulation in Switzerland, notably in Switzerland. So that's why we adapt the points and we define different, to define a ranking for people, to motivate people to change oil in this area, not after, because it became dangerous for clients, customers, but not before, because of course you're losing money, and also it's not good for the nature, because. So we define these 3 zones, and with the help of the gamification, the gamification help user to reduce and save this food oil. The last point that I can show you is a very important point also. It's the turn on and off guideline optimization. The problem is I went to so many restaurants and in so many countries, and when you are manager, maybe you start at 6:30 a.m., you take a coffee, and the first thing that you do is to switch on all your deep fryers. But your deep fryers are very energy consuming, very, very. Maybe the most with the oven. And your first client will be at 11 a.m. So it's a nonsense to open it, but for the manager, he doesn't want to forget to switch on the deep fryers and everything, so we will do it. And the second point is, if he do it, or if he'll do it at 6 a.m. or at 8, nobody will see that. So with our system, manually you can decide when you can turn on and switch off or stand by your deep fryers, but our deep fryer will learn it, And also, we will help and support the user to do something by themselves. So if after, I don't know, 2 a.m., you can see that maybe here, okay, you have to turn off at 2:30 p.m., but maybe you have no clients. If the user will switch off before, he will earn much more points for the ranking. So finally, you can see here the difference that we have with an optimized, if we optimize the energy consumption of a deep fryer. So this is the zone where, so this is the morning, and if only you switch off or switch on 30 minutes, you will save $600 per year. So this is very important for restaurant, and also this is a chain of cost, because this is not only energy cost. We talk about carbon footprints, and also you will use more air conditioning. You will also degrade your oil for nothing. And so this is okay. So we can save there, also here. So sometimes some restaurants would like to fry French fries for the first batch, and after stop it. So that's why we optimize also the fact that after 30 minutes they have to switch off, and after that you have the rush of noon, and the switch off session after the rush. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for this nice presentation. Please let me ask one first question, and then we have enough time for more questions. But for clarification, if I understand well, because you have presented the needs, the requirements, why your target. But I didn't understand well the gamification process. So if I understand, you have decided to give scores depending on the practice of the employee, and you give good marks and bad marks, something like this.
Exactly, correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And the idea is to make a kind of rewards if you have good practice and bad results.
Yes. Absolutely. The purpose also is to give to a food chain, a tool to award people that do and optimize the production.
Okay, very nice. This was important for me to clarify, and now we are open for more questions. Yeah.
Thanks for the presentation. I have just one question about the tool itself. Do you have any pictures to show about the tools? Because you talk about it, you talk about your reflection, but you didn't show the tool itself, so I was curious about that.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't have enough. I don't have this kind of pictures now. We talk about principle. We develop this project with the help of the City High. And we are finishing it, but we have to finish the user interface. Okay. So this is the background, but the background is okay. But now we have defined a good user interface.
So the project is still in progress?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
And anyway, we are actually working together. So the project is almost finished. So we could have shown you plenty of stuff, but sorry, guys, it's not possible to show any
confidentiality.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as I understood it correctly, it's a tool that will accompany the process while the staff is working, like a more surveillance control tool. I was also imagining it could also be something fun before work, or like for raising awareness, that you have like a super gamey a little simulation where a little man is running around or woman and trying to organize the process before, you know. So like awareness is here and then people work on it, which would be more fictional solution. Have you also thought about that kind of gamification aspect?
Not exactly. The Smart to Fry project is the first project, but we have also after we would like to develop in the kitchen other main features for the gamification of the kitchen.
So now it's only dedicated in work process.
Yes.
For in work process.
Yes.
During working.
During working. Yes.
Okay, but it can be developed for the future.
Hi. So it's very, interesting application of gamification in a very not known, let's say, industry. I have two questions. The first one is why me as an employee would participate? He started to dig up on this, but I'm curious to know more about it. For example, as an employee, why I would do this? Because it's the human friction is always big.
Yeah, for users, they can win something it will be like a contest. So it will depend about the policy of the company, but that we think it's about win a trip or some money, and you can do it. You can have a ranking for monthly or yearly. It will depend. So the system is open. Will be open for not only one deep fryer, but all deep fryers in the kitchen, and for all restaurants for chain. So they will compare in the cloud. The company could compare results and define also the objective for the pricing to motivate people.
Yeah, okay. And the second one is how do you notificate the people? Because I'm pretty curious. It's very hard. I have in my mind in McDonald's, the fryers when they're ready is tan tan tan, the alarms and stuff. So I think it's interesting. How do you hey, it's time to shut it down, and how you make it smoother?
Yeah, I work for McDonald's for 10 years, and also now finally with my company. Now the target is not yet the QSR, but maybe the catering, because the level where is McDonald's or the fast food industry is so high now, and we have to develop a lot of beautiful tools, but for the catering market, because you start from scratch. So the purpose is we work with Any Penny, that is a worldwide leader. So they have 80% of McDonald's, 100% of 95% of KFC, and everything. So for us, it's a key player, but we cannot contest with them, compete with them, and so for us it's another world. So we will sell sensor for the QSR industry, but for this deep fryer. It's the objective of this market. It's a big chain, but a chain for catering. Yes, not this is the same market.
Just one, adding a little comment also. When Gérald said that there was quite a large amount of waste of energy. But it's huge. There's almost 1 million restaurants in Europe, and just for a country like France, it's more or less one nuclear power plant that is wasted. This is the amount of energy that is wasted. Just and in a very clearly, you just use this energy for the atmosphere, to heat it. Nothing else.
So I have a question about, in this sense, did you identify other potential think to optimize
Yeah.
in kitchen, or do you have already thinking about other product or other gamification serious game about this aspect?
Yes. In fact, it will be the first door for us to go to the kitchen, and the second big step will be ovens, because they are also energy consuming. But yeah, the purpose is to have a standard and to motivate all people for all the kitchen. Yes, but yes, for us it will take. It's pretty long. So I created this company in 2003 with a clear fry sensor, and I signed a worldwide contract with Henny Penny and McDonald's 6 months ago. Just to imagine. Yes. Unfortunately, it's not Google company or something like that, but it takes time. It's difficult. It's always difficult because, of course, I was from EPFL, and you would like to develop things and quickly, but the problem is it's time consuming, and you think it will take 2 years, and it will take 5 years. So when we talk about for our company, that it's a small company, less than 20 people, this project, it's for our next 5 years.
I just wanted to ask something about the incentive you wanted to make for the employees to motivate them to use the tool. You talked about competition, but don't you think it will be a problem because it could be a source of disruptive relationship between employees because, oh, look at this one, is better, or is cheating, or things like that?
Yes, there is always a risk if you have a contest. And yes, that we need to do now. It's test the system in real life, and yes, see what's happened with employee, with also managers, and see what will happen. Yes, of course.
But if I can add something, this practice exists already. We have the bestseller, the best, etc. every month, and it's also a question of competition with its side effects. So yeah, it's a global question about side effects of competition.
But yeah, I totally also agree with the reflection on the social implication of like introducing such a tool. But I was wondering if you're also thought or already maybe planning actually more like an assistive technology that actually to indicate employees, okay, now it's the best time, based on like data you get through your smart devices.
Assisting.
Yeah, I'm sorry because I didn't show I couldn't show all our features, but in fact the deep fryer will be semi or totally automatic, and we help the user and say, yeah, now it's 2 p.m. Please, if you don't push a button, something like that, I will switch off. The deep fryer will switch off automatically. So that will reduce the risk also of big mistake of people. And they will have indicators of the deep fryer. The deep fryer will have a big screen with everything that will help him to have the good decision at the right moment. Yes. Time?
If I understood correctly, you were collaborating with HES or something like this. And what are the terms of the collaboration? How far did you collaborate with the academic world? So
I give money. No. CTI. Thanks to the FEDE. So yes, of course, we developed the project in CTI. This is a CTI project, so we found the best partners because we are not specialists in this field, and so we develop this. We find good partners, and we develop it in this project.
Okay. Last question.
Okay, it will be very short. Just to complement what he said, because it's quite interesting. Because it has been proven that competition in a corporate environment can have quite a lot of like negative side effects. So just like as a question would be like, how would you treat it in a more collaborative way instead of competition? Like not as an individual stuff, but teamwork?
Just to tell you, we have also now 90% of deep fryers that's completely dumb. You have just a switch on and switch off button. And I saw, because we record everything with our system, we saw that some people forget to switch off the deep fryer afternoon, but they were closed. So the deep fryer was switched on. It's not about energy, it's about fire risk and everything like that. So with this kind of technology, we will reduce this kind of risk, because the system will see that nobody there and we switch off, etc. But yes, yes, we have to study the risk of this system. But you will have the possibility to switch some features of the deep fryers if something happens.
I'm sorry, I will allow myself to have the last question, because I'm the chairman. Why? No, why? I will explain why. Because we don't have a lot of industrial.
Yes.
And the feedback of industrial is important. You are an industrial. You are from a sector which is not very IT, let's say. So why you think about using serious game? Because classical industrial will use training sessions, printing manuals, etc. So how the idea comes to you? Because it's important for us to understand the psychology and the awareness of industrial about this sector. Why you thought about using serious games?
Because we would like to develop a production unit, not exactly a simple deep fryer with a switch on, switch off button, switch button. So we would like to use all the tools that we can to help people to increase the productivity. And gamification for us, it's a good way to increase this productivity, helping people to do it better.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Votre certification. Thank you. Okay, so I'm pleased to invite the last speaker of this session, Monsieur Vincent Bourquin. Welcome, and without wasting of time, I give you the opportunity to show us how to use serious gaming in order to create innovation. This is